2020 is gonna be the one. What is this?
It's a coaster.
And then we went to Epcot. 30th birthday Euro trip. I got to ride Hero.
Oh, I'm in shock.
Literally everywhere. Here he is.
We got so drunk. Unbelievably drunk.
Amanda Thompson retweeted.
Hello, welcome to our very first video of 2021. Hey!
We made it.
We made it. Let's hope that 2021 is going to be decent, man. I'm trying to be positive. How about you?
I'm, tentatively optimistic about 2021.
That's such a good phrase. Tentatively optimistic.
Optimistic.
We just thought we'd start off with a bang and do a review of our 2020.
Because actually, when we thought back over it, even though last year feels like a write-off, we actually did a lot of stuff.
Compared to a lot of people, we did have more planned.
Yeah, but even looking back at what we did manage to do, it actually blew our minds.
I made a whole list of the year, so that's what we're going to go through. But yeah, it's been a wild year, good and bad, hasn't it?
Yeah,
I guess so. But first of all, just want to say, start off this video by saying a massive thank you to Ride Rater, who have voted for us as YouTuber of the year.
Which was amazing. So unexpected as well, wasn't it? It was like New Year's Eve. We were just getting ready for our Zoom party, and then that came through. We were on Twitter.
That was like the best news ever.
Yeah,
and
finished off the year nicely.
Like you say, it came out of nowhere.
Because I saw that they were tweeting over the hour, and I saw the other ones who came in like 5th place, 6th place, 7th place. I was liking them all. I was like, oh, this is really cool.
But they were getting bigger as they was going up the list.
And totally didn't even think we were in the running.
And then it was like ParkSpill first, Coaster Bot comes second, I think. We don't deserve that. Thank you, but I don't know. It's a weird one, but thank you so much, and go check out the website and all their socials that are on the screen now. But yeah, thank you.
Very
what an
cool
awesome
way to end the year.
Yeah. So yeah, let's dive into our 2020. We'll try and not be too negative because we've all had enough of negativity, but we really can't avoid the whole COVID thing, can we? Let's be honest.
Well, lockdown happened, so yeah.
It was a thing. It happened. So we started the year in Wales, didn't we?
We did. That was our New Year celebration last year. We rented a house by the sea. We were with some of our closest friends, and it was amazing to look back at, on the memories that come up over the New Year's this year. And
we had so much hope. So much hope for 2020.
We were so optimistic, weren't we?
Yeah.
The photos, a little glint in our eyes.
Yeah, we look
2020 is going to be the one.
Exactly. Oh man, it's so bad now looking back. But it was still awesome memories and everything. We got to visit a castle, which is always a plus because we love visiting castles. And then January was just a normal January. It's the off season. Nothing much is going on. We're basically planning for our holiday, aren't we? Which is in February, which was to Florida. Oh yes, and with this one, we actually got there.
We did. This was before the world melted down.
This was before the world went into complete chaos and shut down. We went 24th of February. We went to Florida, and that was my first time in America at all. So let alone going to all the parks. It was my first time going to America. You've been to so many.
When I was a kid, I went to California and did all the Disney and Universal then. But this was so exciting to get back. Never done Florida before. So
it was a first for both of us. So yeah, we went there on the 24th. Our first park when we got there was Magic Kingdom.
Yeah.
Which was just amazing to see the castle in full glory.
So that was actually our first park of 2020 as well.
Yeah, first park
was Magic Kingdom, which is just awesome.
Looking back at it, Magic Kingdom probably wasn't my favourite park, but it is the most iconic.
It's so iconic,
and
I know.
It's, it's got Haunted Mansion there, which is, since I've done it, I can't wait to get back on it. It's such a great ride. On our second day, I went to Universal, which again, blew my mind.
Totally. That was the first time we saw like all the Harry Potter stuff. So like Diagon Alley, we did the Hogwarts Express, went over to Hogmeade, did the rides over there, and that was something we were super looking forward to, wasn't it, over in Florida, and it exceeded expectations.
So Mummy
the ride was amazing.
That was awesome. Like one of my favourite.
I had no expectations, but I didn't know about that ride until we actually went on it, and then when I was on it, I was like, "What is this? It's so good."
It's just insane.
I think we re-rode that like 3 times.
For people who haven't done it, the only way I could explain it is it's like a cross between a ghost train and a coaster.
Yeah.
So a ghoster. Ghoster?
A ghoster?
It's a ghoster!
That's
someone made that up. If someone's not made that up, we're going to call that a ghoster. I'll tell you what did surprise me about Hollywood Studios was Rip Ride Rocket.
Yeah, love that ride.
I'd heard so much bad things about that. And we got a night ride on there.
The night ride was so
as well,
cool,
didn't we?
And my brother, who's scared of coasters, he went on the front row with you, didn't he, on his first ride on it, and he come off absolutely loving it, so that was great.
He loved it. We did a few days at Universal, but then we went over to Islands of Adventure. Absolutely amazing. Again, like standout area, that for me was Hogsmeade.
So good, wasn't it?
Forbidden Journey was insane.
Blew my mind.
I couldn't believe how good it was. Hagrid's, which was cool. Like
yes,
we were expecting to wait like 4 hours for it, and we got on in like an hour and a half, which is really good.
Because we got there super early.
It worked out so well because you and our niece, you got on a back row.
Yeah.
And then I got a front row on the next train, the way they dispatched us off. So I was just like, oh my God, I got a front row. So you got
front row motorbike seat.
Yeah. I got to fly my eye halfway through it though, and so did you.
Yeah.
It was so weird. Like, I come off it, I was like, that was amazing. And then Joe's like, that was amazing, but I got something in my eye. And I was like, oh, I've got something in my eye. So
I was like, is this a thing on Hagrid's? We both get flies in our eye.
So I was like crying through most of it, like not from because it was so good, but just because I had a fly.
It's just so emotional that you finally got to ride it.
We also did Incredible Hulk, which was my biggest disappointment of the holiday because I'd wanted to ride that ride since I was like 12 or something because it was just such an iconic looking ride. You liked it a little bit?
Yeah, I thought it was decent. It wasn't like amazing, but it was good. When you look at it off ride, and you think, yeah, that's what I need.
Yeah, I think I overhyped that in my head, but we'll see next time we go there.
Give it another chance.
Yeah. And then we went to Animal Kingdom.
Oh, Animal Kingdom was so good. It was such like a chilled, relaxed vibe there, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And we did
Dinosaur.
Yeah. Which was so cool.
Which was awesome.
I loved that ride.
That was a surprise.
The on-ride photo of that is actually brilliant.
So we did Expedition Everest, which was awesome. Like, so good.
We did Flight of Passage.
That was the main one, because we got there extra early to do that.
We were there for Rope Drop.
Rope Drop, yeah. So that whole area.
Such a good ride, though.
The whole area itself was impressive.
It's amazing. Walking in there and seeing it firsthand, it just, honestly... Yeah.
For me, though, my favourite park was Hollywood Studios.
Yeah, it was so good
there. Because I ended up going on the... Because everyone was a bit, like, tired from the whole, like, doing all the parks. But I just couldn't get enough, obviously.
I think we did 4 park days back to back.
Yeah.
And then we all decided to have a rest day, just staying at the villa. But then you were like, no, I'm on it. And you went to studios on your own, didn't you? Because it was the opening of Mickey and Minnie that day.
Yeah, so the opening of Mickey and Minnie, which I have that, which I'm so happy about. But yeah, that was an incredible day for me, even though it was solo, and I wish obviously you were with me. It was amazing because it was awesome to experience an opening of a Disney attraction, just to have that vibes. But then I managed to get a boarding pass for Rise of Resistance. Everyone knows how good that ride is. Even if you haven't done it, you know how good that ride is, and it blew my mind, and I was just so happy. But then I did Mickey and Minnie's by myself, and that was awesome because a lot of the Imagineers were like at the end of the ride, and they all clapped you as you went off, and that was just another mad thing.
I love that ride because we did that again with everyone, with the whole family a couple of days later, and everyone loved it. It was so good. And
also Hollywood Tower Terror, which is a massive
that was brilliant
bucket list ride for me to do.
And then we went to Epcot.
Amazing. Like, this place took me by surprise. So good. So we got there really early. We banged out a load of rides, didn't we? We did Test Track, which was cool. We did... no, what else did we do? We did Living Overland.
Yeah, we did.
Which was really cool. Like,
and Soarin'. No, we did Soarin' later, didn't we?
And then when the rest of our family come, we did Soarin'. We did... Spaceship Earth.
Journey
into Imagination with Figment, which was cool
I
as
love
well.
that.
Yeah, that was good.
All the rides are great. And then we did Frozen, because Frozen was the one fast pass we had, I think, that everyone had.
And then we ended up having Chinese at the...
oh, that was such a good meal, that was.
Where was it? It was the big restaurant in the Chinese
I think it was
pavilion.
called Red Dragon or something like that.
Something like that,
It was so good, though.
Then we headed over to, like, Italy. I think it was
between like, Italy and Japan, where we were
I think it was...
straight over
But it's where you can basically look over the lake and then see Spaceship Earth in the background, and it's such a great view.
And watching the Epcot Forever show from there.
Yeah,
I mean, amazing.
it was great. I loved it.
Another mention for Florida while we're on it, though, was Old Town in Kissimmee, where they had a fun spot.
Yes.
With Mind Blower. That was an absolute epic ride.
We went to Kissimmee into Old Town, and I was like, oh my god, there's Mind Blower. Like, I did not really heard much about the ride before this. And then we got on it, and mind blown.
Literally lives up to its name. It was the best thing ever.
So yeah, Florida was a fantastic holiday.
It was such a good way to start the year.
At this point, COVID was kind of like on the radar, and it was still kind of a thing that was far away from us. We had the radio on quite a lot in America, and they never really talked about it.
Not once when we were driving around and stuff. Didn't hear it once.
The whole park was just normal. There was a few like sanitizers. There's quite like hand sanitizers around everywhere.
Yeah, which was just quite like, oh yeah, that's quite good
Yeah.
actually. We can use that, and we were using it after we'd done like the magic bands and the fingerprint and stuff.
Yeah.
We were always sanitizing them.
We come back on the 11th of March. We landed back, and our news was just covered in it.
Yeah, it was literally, we landed back on like the Thursday, and then the following Monday, Disney closed all their parks,
Disney,
didn't they?
Universal closed, yeah.
So if our holiday was a week after, we would have missed half of it.
We were so lucky.
We were on the cusp.
Like, how lucky were we?
Stay at home.
It was crazy time. I don't think anything could make us realise how we felt in that moment again, because it's such a... it's kind of a lot of things have become the norm now, but at the time it was like, stop doing everything.
When the shops shut and everyone had to, like, we closed our business, everything just stopped. It was so creepy.
Yeah, because like you say, we own a business together, and everything we had planned.
We were getting phone calls. Everything that was in the pipeline.
Yeah, it was just
like,
mad.
Got
it was
postponed or cancelled. It was
very scary. I think it was really scary for us.
But imagine as well, back then, you got to think, we were told this is going to be like a 3-week thing and
Yeah.
things will pick up again, and
Well,
we all kind of thought that at the time, didn't we? Like, our wedding was supposed to be 25th of July 2020.
Yeah.
We were still totally hopeful that it was going to go ahead. I was like, that's fine, and I put all of my efforts into wedding planning at that point. I was doing all the DIY decor and stuff, and that was my lockdown project to start with. It was kind of like mid-June we actually made the decision to postpone. We were holding out for so long, thinking it could still happen. Also,
we had like plans to like do like a big Europe trip around Germany. Gonna hit up loads of parks we've not done before. Obviously that didn't go ahead. I played a lot of Planet Coaster.
During the first lockdown,
a lot of Planet Coaster, and then that was really like when we decided to make a real go on this channel, ParkSpill.
Yeah, because I think at this point there's about 4 videos on the channel that we'd kind of done at the end of the last season. Just doing it for a bit of fun, really, wasn't it?
Just doing for a bit of fun. Like, we both do filmmaking as our jobs and things like that. So it was just a bit of fun just to see where it would take us. At that time as well, it was called Spill.
Yeah, that was the first
channel
name.
It was going to be like a whole like travel thing, but then I was like, what I like to do is I like to travel and go to theme parks, and that's what we both like enjoy doing now, and we have done for like years. I mean, lockdown was a bit of a blur, really, weren't it?
Literally looking back, I did up the garden. That was another project. I made a flower bed. Cute.
Yeah, that was nice, actually. I ordered a lot of theme park merch.
A lot.
Quite a lot. I got like a lot of stuff from Aroma Prime, like smells to remind me of like Wicker
You're smelling Wicker Man, just in the hopes. Cause
let's fast forward to June when things started actually like kicking off.
Yeah, slightly opening up again.
Yeah.
Didn't they? So we actually got to do our first vlog.
So we went to Warwick Castle.
Yeah, which was actually an awesome day out. It was so nice. After months of being locked down, we were like, we're out somewhere, we're doing something, this is cool.
Yeah.
And I love castles and stuff anyway, so perfect.
And then we went to Alton Towers Gardens.
Yeah,
because they opened up their gardens, didn't they?
Yeah. It was so good to walk around there when it was empty, wasn't it? Do you remember that feeling of walking in and being like, we're back here. Even though we couldn't go on anything, we were like, we're actually back in Towers. Yeah, because also the first time when we went to Alton Towers when it was just the gardens open, that was the first time we saw our brick.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Because for Christmas the year before, so
2019,
Sean bought me a brick that said Sean and Joe Dyer 2020, and that was going to be for our wedding year, and it's there now. So it was really exciting that we got to see that, because all through close season, obviously we were hoping to go on opening day and see it, but we didn't get to, and it was there laid out ready for us.
So when do you think that we hit 100 subs, Joe?
100 subs?
Yeah.
I'd say July, because that's when we started vlogging and getting out to the parks and stuff.
No, so June the 16th we hit 100 subs.
That's quite good, yeah.
Yeah. So we get to July when the parks reopen. So most parks in the UK opened up on July the 4th. We went to Blackpool on July the 5th.
Yeah, because we had to collect our season passes, didn't we? Because us and two of our friends pre-bought the season passes that we hadn't been able to use yet. So that was like the first thing we were going to do. And
so we went there just to collect them. And we thought we were just going there to collect them. And we went there and they said, oh yeah, there's still space to come in. And we were like, what?
So we fully expected to hit capacity opening weekend. But they were like, no, do you want to spend the day here? Yes, we do.
So obviously Blackpool, they had already opened up early in the year for like, a week or something? Or a few
they
days.
had their opening,
So we went to Blackpool. So that was our first UK park of the season. And we went straight on Icon. Obviously,
of course, gotta be done.
And it was just such a good day. Like we didn't vlog that day because we didn't expect us to be going in, but it was just so good.
It was brilliant.
It was such a good day.
It actually felt like freedom again.
And then we went to Alton Towers for their proper reopening on like the day after Blackpool, didn't we?
Yeah.
Which was again, it was like, what can you say? It was just amazing to get back.
And throughout July, we just hit up loads of parks, didn't we?
Chessington, Thorpe. Yeah. It was our first ever visit to Chessington, which was...
Because even though we had our Merlin passes for a couple of years now, we only really went to Thorpe and Towers and Warwick Castle, didn't we? And that was enough for us.
And the dungeons when we was at different places in the country.
Yeah.
And yeah, so it was...
During lockdown, we were like, we need to get to all these places.
The thing is, before lockdown, it was like everything was like, we'll do it next week or next season.
We'll get around to it.
We'll get around to it. It's there. It's not going anywhere.
And I think once that's taken away from you, you're like, right, no, now I'm going to do it.
We actually need to do these things that we said we was going to go and do. So we did Chessington. We did Thorpe. That was like your first time on Stealth, which I loved to learn it.
I've done that before. It was brilliant.
Then we did Blackpool again. That vlog again was probably one of the key vlogs for us that got a bit of attraction because like Amanda Thompson retweeted it, the Pleasure Beach themselves retweeted it.
I remember that feeling, just be like, Amanda Thompson retweeted it, because that cinematic was actually beautiful.
Yeah, if we don't say so ourselves. But and then obviously I had my birthday, which was July 22nd.
Which you spent at Alton Towers.
Your birthday present to me was like took me by surprise so much. Was you bought us a trip to Efteling and Phantasialand.
That was it, a 30th birthday Euro trip.
So yeah, we went to a lodge in the Forest of Dean. Had like an awesome weekend there for what was meant to be our wedding.
That was brilliant, wasn't it? It was like forest, lodge, hot tub, sweet.
It was all you needed, weren't it? And it was just great. And so we did that. And then as soon as we left that place, we went, got the Channel Tunnel. The first time we went on the Channel Tunnel, went over there. And then we drove, which is weird to get off and just drive straight away. We drove in other countries. We drove in America, so it was easy, really.
Well, last time we drove in the Netherlands, though, we hired a car, so we were driving left-hand side. This time, driving your own car over there.
Much easier.
I would do that every time from now on, rather than a hired car. Loved it. So we went straight from the Eurotunnel straight to Efteling with our hotel.
Yeah.
Slept, woke up. Went to Efteling.
Yeah, had the most amazing day because we'd been to Efteling before, like I say, but this time around we had one day, but it was a very long day on Park.
Yeah, it was like it was late opening, wasn't it? We had about 12 hours on Park, I think.
Well, we got there at like 9ish and stayed there until
about 9.
About 9, yeah. So it was really long day.
And that was the first time we saw Efteling at night. Which was brilliant. But we got on all the rides we wanted to get on. We had enough chill time as well. I mean, we just sat and had a beer a couple of times during the day and things.
And just to walk around like the fairy tale forest. To be able to just go and do that and just take our time. It was still brilliant. Got everything we wanted to get on was awesome. And then the next day we drove 2 hours down the road into Germany and went to Phantasialand.
Yes, we got up early.
First ever trip to Phantasialand.
Yes, so we got up early and drove straight there and did another full day, didn't we? And we were so hyped because Phantasialand has been on the bucket list for ages. All the other Euro trips we'd done, we just hadn't gone there, had we? Because it didn't work out. But this one was planned to be, right, let's go back to Efteling and let's do Phantasialand. And it was all we needed. It
was such a hot day as well, wasn't it? It was absolutely roasting. One of my favourite days at a theme park I've ever had.
It blew all my expectations out of the water, honestly. Yeah. Even Taron did as well, and I was hyped for that ride, but I was not prepared for what it was at all.
Taron was amazing. It's my number one coaster now. Black Mamba was blew my head, like, oh my god. My favourite B&M invert ever, I guess. Is Nemesis, and then went into Phantasialand. Black Mamba blew that out of the water,
and we had to ride it twice to make sure that was a fact.
Because I did it.
It was a fact,
and it was. It's just such a fantastic ride.
Cannot wait to get back there and see Ruckberg, because we saw the entrance to it, but it wasn't open when we
saw
were
a bit of the tracks for Fly, didn't we?
Yeah,
from
we could see little peaks of it, but honestly, that is going to be my favourite area ever, I think.
I don't know, man. Like, I don't know. Klugheim's going to take some beating, but we'll see. I think it's they've set up the game in terms of theming wise, but I just love the whole Klugheim area.
Walking into there, just sitting and having a beer in the middle bit. It was it's so immersive. It's
so good. So we only had one day there, and then we finished up there, went back to our hotel, and then drove straight back home the next day. Mm-hmm. It took us about five hours,
something like that.
Yeah, about 5 hours altogether. Like,
it wasn't epic to
get back from Phantasialand to drive home, like with the Channel Tunnel. Think about that. Like, that's not actually that long.
It was surprisingly easy.
Thanks to Brexit, it's going to be a lot harder now. Thanks, guys.
That was an epic July, to be honest.
That was a pretty crazy July, like, considering what we thought was going to happen. We got back and we hit 500 subs on the channel in August, guys.
Which was amazing. I remember being in Efteling and I think we hit 450 when we were in Efteling, and we were like, what? 450?
Yeah, it was crazy. And then we got back 500 subs. Was awesome. We went back to Drayton Manor, which is our local park.
Literally our
15 minutes
park.
away.
Yeah.
And that was incredible to go back there again.
We loved it, didn't we? It was a beautiful sunny day. Because we've been back to Drayton Manor, we probably go once a year, kind of like around the fireworks sort of season with my nieces, because it's more for kids now. But going back this year in the summer and seeing it in all its glory, it felt so nostalgic and like a newfound appreciation for it.
Yeah, because I think like with most people, when they grow up with a certain park, you end up taking it for granted, and you go, oh well, it's just that. But like I say, I went back and it was like this whole thing with the lockdown, thinking, maybe some of these parks may not survive.
Especially the independents.
So we did a family trip to Devon.
Yeah, that was really nice.
That was lovely with your family. We went, rented a big house in Devon, and we just spent a week there. Mm-hmm. I wanted to try and get to Creeley Theme Park or Milky Way Adventure, but it didn't. The weather wasn't great, was it? Like, it was really unpredictable. Drizzly. But we had a lovely time there. We did a little trip on the canal on a barge.
Oh yeah, that was so cool.
That was really nice. And then we come back from that holiday. In a week there, we hit 1,000 subscribers.
What?
Within 1 month.
So 500 and 1,000 was both in August?
Yeah, 500 and 1,000. We reached that in August.
That's mad to think.
So yeah, we went to Flamingo Land for the very first time, and just going into that first bit and seeing that new Intamin, like that.
Because it's basically built, isn't it? When we went there, it's built.
It's built. It's ready to go. Like, can't imagine that park now without it. No, it would be so bare.
Cool. Mumbo Jumbo,
Mumbo Jumbo was, I think it's so good. Like, it's honestly so fun. Like, it's just like, it's nothing else like that in the UK, is there? Like, that type of coaster. Like, it's just insane. Like, it's just funny.
And we got to ride Hero.
We got to ride Hero. Kamali is...
That was a standout coaster.
So one of my favourite rides in the UK, legitimately. Like Vekoma SLCs, I've never had a good experience with. Never. We've done the very first SLC at Wallaby Holland, And oh my god, that was the worst coaster I've ever done in my life.
That was the worst. So going into Kamali, I was not expecting much. I was pleasantly surprised. I didn't love it. I thought it was great. It was intense, but
I loved it. I absolutely
still an
loved
SLC.
it. Like, Velocity was good. We'd done another one of them star rides at Toverland.
The booster bikes.
That was really good. I love them rides. I think they're just fun.
They're good fun.
And then we got a cat.
Yeah, that was our next big milestone.
Yes, that was a big
Adopted our
thing.
baby cat Clay.
We got our cat from a cat rescue place. Like, he's 5 years old when we got him.
Yeah.
Here he is. I am Clay.
Little baby cat. He looks so impressed.
So grumpy. And then it was Oktoberfest.
Yeah.
Which was a brand new kind of concept for us all. Like, we love Oktoberfest. We've been to loads of different Oktoberfest events over the years, haven't we?
Yeah, we usually do one each year, to be honest.
Yeah, like there's normally like a place near us that do like a big kind of gazebo. So like Oktoberfest wasn't different for us, but having it in the theme park was just different.
Yeah. And it happened, and it was brilliant. Like they honestly, they couldn't have done it better. We loved it. Had that really like music festival vibe, didn't it? Having all the stalls and stuff on the lawn and the acts and things. It was
because
great.
we're massively into like music festivals. We go to one every year. And like in 2019 went to Glastonbury. Like, how'd you beat that? But then it was like 2020. There was nothing to go to.
We didn't. That was the first live music we saw all year.
Yeah, and because we love our live music anyway. Like, even if it's just gigs, like to go to somewhere and see like live music was like an incredible thing.
It was cool, man.
The Shockwave Challenge.
Oh, that Drayton Manor, yes.
That was shortly after Oktoberfest at Alton Towers. So we managed to do like a video with Drayton Manor, and they let us kind of come and film on ride and do a challenge where
because we had ParkSpill early ride time, didn't we?
Yes, ParkSpill early ride time.
Just the two of us on the first 3 trains before Shockwave opened.
And I did not expect this, by the way. Like, I'd organised it, and then me and Joe both went on the morning, and I didn't realise that we'd have the trains by ourselves.
Yeah, because they cleared it to film on ride, which you're not supposed to. Well, you have to have permission to do.
But they opened it early for us, and then we got 3 rides on there by ourselves, and no one else.
It was probably like VIP moment, wasn't it?
Yeah, like it worked out really well. And Danielle, thank you so much for doing that. If you're watching this,
and we got these really cool pin badges.
Yeah,
too.
got that awesome pin badge, which they've not given to many people, but we got one.
The 70th anniversary, very cool. And for a park that means so much to both of us as well, that is a really cool thing to have. We got one of those each. So then we did the Blackpool Oktoberfest as well.
Oh.
And that was a brilliant vlog that came out of that, because we had a hotel booked, and we were there for the drinks and the rides and the fun. We went with 2 of our friends as well, 2 of our best friends.
It's the first time we'd seen our friends in since the lockdown started. So it was like, we'll meet them there. We're allowed to do like our bubbles and stuff. So it's just like, let's just do Blackpool Oktoberfest. We got so drunk.
Yeah, there's parts of that day that's so hazy.
Unbelievably drunk.
It was those 2-pint Steins, man. That strong German beer. I gotta say though, drunken night ride on Icon front row was a highlight.
Infamous vlog now, I think. So that's the thing with it. So then it brings us on to October.
Halloween!
Yes.
Spooky Halloween!
Spooky Halloween. Obviously, like, we didn't think that was going to have a Halloween season.
Honestly, yeah. Even in the summertime, it felt like Efteling would be closed by then.
A few weeks before October, we were just like, is this even going to happen? And people were announcing plans, and parks were like, yeah, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. And we were just like, kind of like hopeful, but not being like, kind of realistically, is it going to happen? And it did happen. There's a lot of places that didn't open, obviously. But, a big thing that for us that happened in October is we worked with Alton Towers on their
that kicked off our
Scarefest.
Halloween season, didn't it?
It did. We were contacted by Alton Towers, be like, do you want to come and like do an actual like promo video for us? And I was like, I've always been to filmmaking since I was a kid. This is what I've always done and studied and things like that. But I was like, my pinnacle is making an Alton Towers advert, and we technically did make an Alton Towers advert.
Yeah, that was their social media advert for this year.
That was it. And that was awesome because we got to go on the staff previews night on the Thursday. So it opened on the Friday. We went on the Thursday night for the staff previews and did a lot of the filming. And it was just so funny, wasn't it?
It was great.
It was a great night. Like, all the people we met there was like,
we were
lovely.
so hyped as well because we got to see Toxic Junkyard the day before it opened, didn't we? And that maze had so much hype around, like, what's it going to be like and stuff. We were like, we get to go through it first.
But we did mine tours. We did the mine tours first, didn't we? And that was like pitch black. So like we did one run through where I'm like just filming first person. It's like a POV. And you've got the light behind me, like a LED panel.
So I was like,
it's pitch
the
black in there,
lighting.
Yeah. So we're doing that, and I kept like, I'm such a wimp when it comes to scare mazes that I do generally just everything that jumps out at me, I'm just like, oh. Like,
so trying to film it and be steady.
So I was like trying to film it really steady, and then someone would jump out and I'd be like, oh. I'd be like, oh, can you just do that again? And then we did a Toxic Junkyard, which was the first time we'd ever experienced it, obviously.
It was amazing.
But we was filming it, and we just went through it, and then we got to have probably about, I'd say about 50 minutes to an hour worth of time just with the actors going through the maze and just saying,
getting all their set pieces. Yeah, that was really cool.
That was really cool. And then the following day, on the Friday, was the opening day, and we already had tickets to it, so we just went there and filmed all the atmosphere of the park.
All of Tower Street and everything, the decorations.
And we also did a vlog as well, so it was like we had so much to film on that
yeah, because we were still filming for the Towers promo and our own vlog as well, with like scare maze reactions.
Exactly, yeah. So and then like a couple of days after that, I then walked the big one.
That was mad, wasn't it? With Luke from Coaster Gen.
Yeah. During all this, since like lockdown, I'd been on the Coaster Gen show, and then we finally met up with Luke.
Got to meet him in person.
Got to meet him in person.
Spend the day with him at Blackpool. That was really cool.
We had a great day, didn't we?
Because we didn't vlog that day, but Luke vlogged it. There is a vlog of that. Because we had the day at Blackpool, then it was 7 o'clock. You guys, I didn't do it because I'm a chicken.
So it was me and Luke walked up the big one lift hill, and oh my god, it was just the most amazing experience of my life. And yeah, like I'll never forget that memory. Got a little award as well.
A little medal.
Which is cool. The illuminations at night was something else. It was so special. But yeah, like awesome. Absolutely awesome. Then we did Extreme Scream Park, which was one of the very few dedicated Halloween events that run this year. Something that I've heard a lot of good things about over the years.
Yeah, because we'd never actually been to that one before, had we? We'd done other ones, but the ones we usually go to, like York Scare Maze and stuff, weren't open.
No.
So we thought, let's give this one a go, and it blew us away.
It's quite local to us as well. It's only like
about an hour
drive, so it's not even that far away. We did it, and the very first maze we did, we walked right to the end of the park and went, okay, well, we're at the village, so we just do the scare maze, the village. And oh my god, like
that one just set the tone for the whole evening, didn't it? That one was so scary.
Yeah, honestly, like that's the best scare maze I've ever done. Like hands down, like the fact that they built this whole village, like houses, a school. I'm pretty sure that some of these buildings were there before, but they converted into it. But you felt like you was in a forest.
Yeah.
And you was going through it, and it was like all these different buildings that you was going into.
The immersion of it was just next level, and the length of the maze and everything was just brilliant.
Yeah, just perfect.
But all the mazes there were great.
All the mazes were great. I loved them. Obviously, go watch our video if you want to watch our full review of it. But it was just a great event. Top
quality event, definitely.
Yeah, Belvoir Manors as well was new for this year. And that was brilliant as well. So really, really good. And I know that like Arch Nemesis, like he did like some of the sound for it as well. We met him there as well.
Yeah, that was cool.
Him and Zach. So that was really cool to see them both. But yeah, great night out, wasn't it? Great night out.
It was brilliant. So glad we did that.
Yeah. So next up was Thorpe Park Fright Nights, which is a great event. Like the first Fright Nights I've ever been to, and it was this like festival version, so it wasn't the full experience. But honestly, like I don't know how you, apart from having better scare mazes, because I don't think the scare mazes were that great.
But the scare zones fully made up for it.
But the scare zones, like you can't beat that. Like there's nowhere else in the UK that have done scare zones.
Yeah, for the whole overall like atmospheric of like the entire park and the entire day. Well, I know it was from 3 o'clock, whatever. Yeah, but it was brilliant. Absolutely.
It was just phenomenal. Like the Amityville, Lycanthorpe areas were great, and then like Swarm Island was like just brought that whole place a new. It was like new, like
literally
a new
brought
breath.
it to life. Yeah.
And then like obviously Festival Arena was cool,
and all the actors were brilliant.
The crows were creepy as hell because like we just kept stumbling across them, obviously because they're just anywhere.
Because they're roaming, they just turn up.
And there's I think in terms of like scare zones, like they did it to like you know, a
Next
new level, for this country anyway. We don't tend to have that sort of stuff for a lot of years. And even when Alton Towers used to do it, they didn't do it to that level.
No, it was so well executed.
We then got invited to come to Halloween. Invited. Yes, invited. So thank you, Amy, for inviting us along to Chessington Halloween.
That was so good, wasn't it?
It was awesome. It was so good.
It was the cutest Halloween event, definitely.
Honestly, it was just so wholesome. Like, that whole event was wholesome. It was like going to, like, experiencing Halloween, but then experiencing, like kids.
Yeah, through a kid's eyes again, yeah. Because you remember when they had like the cauldron bubbling with all the bubbles coming out with the smoke in it, and you could pop them and the little smoke poofs, like little things like that. Like, so good, and the walk-through bit. The
fact that they'd brought a lot of the rides alive. Yeah. Where they had actors in the queue.
Oh, the actors were brilliant.
Yeah, so we did like
especially Rattlesnake, that one stands out.
Rattlesnake was
vampire actors as well.
No, Vampire was awesome.
That one definitely stands out. But for such a wholesome family event,
they
also had probably one of the best scare mazes, the Creepy Caves.
Oh my god.
Which absolutely blew us out of the water. We didn't even know what to expect.
We'd heard of like Creepy Caves Resurgence from the year before, 2019, where they did like an adults version of the Creepy Caves. So we were going into this, they weren't doing Resurgence this year, but we thought like, okay, it's going to be like the kids version. And we was in the queue, and coincidentally, like we were like right in front of Kieran Adams. So he was like, we were talking about it, and it was the same day that trailer got released when we walked out of the park.
Yes, the one that Kieran shot. It was just
the one
epic.
that Kieran made. So we was in the queue, like not really knowing what to expect, and we was talking to Kieran and stuff. We were kind of like, what do we expect? And he was like, it's going to be mad. It's going to be mad. And we was like, okay, well, it can't be that mad. We've just been to Extreme Scream Park. Like, how mad can it be? And we got in there, and oh my god, like that was the most jumps I've got out of any scare maze this year.
It was so epic, but just the whole like vibe of it and the atmosphere and like the relentlessness of the actors in there, and just like the way you go through it all, it was.
And then another one we did this season, we didn't vlog it, but Scare Kingdom was great.
Oh yes, we did do that one.
The way that worked was the fact that you just went from one scare maze, you come out the exit, and you went straight into the queue to the next scare maze.
Yeah, so it was all just like one big trail round, wasn't it? So I think there's 5 mazes that you do them literally back to back.
We spent actual Halloween, at Alton Towers.
Yeah, that was so good.
That was brilliant. We didn't vlog it, but we went there with me, you, your niece, and your sister.
Yeah. And we dressed up, that was good. Me and my niece had her face painted.
Yeah, you had your Pikachu on.
My Pikachu onesie, yeah.
That was our last ever visit to Alton Towers in 2020, which we didn't realise at the time.
No, because it closed. I think when we were there on Halloween, it was like announced that
next
lockdown's coming.
Yeah, next lockdown was coming. They had like I think like another few days open till the end of it, but that was for us. That was our last.
I remember because we rode Air was our last ride ride on Air.
Yeah.
And then that's when I remember reading the news that lockdown's coming, and we were like, oh well, this is the end.
The fact that they managed to pull it off, it was my favourite Scarefest I've ever done. I think since like
100%.
the Sanctuary and Mr. Sanctuary Scare Maze. Don't get me wrong, but saying that, like this year was just good. The whole package it had, I think.
Yeah, the mazes and the overall atmosphere.
And the walk, the
Whispering Souls.
Whispering Souls was brilliant.
That was lovely.
Like, it was so good. This brings us on to November. So November is work for us, really.
Lockdown 2.
This is where obviously all the parks closed. It was lockdown 2. And we got a new office. We moved out our old one. We even got a studio inside there that we're filming like obviously ParkSpill videos in now as well.
Yeah, it's brilliant.
So we've got a separate space for like filming videos and also working in. So that was a great moment. So also in that month, like Expedition Theme Park. So Sam from Expedition Theme Park contacted me and wanted to use some of our footage in his Wicker Man video documentary was going to do.
That was really cool, wasn't it?
And that was a massive fanboy moment for me because we both love Expedition Theme Park, don't we?
Yeah.
Like anything he does is just like amazing. And then December come along, and we got nominated for clamshells.
Again, it was so surprising. People had told us they'd put us forward, but to actually be shortlisted in 4 categories as well was just.
Then, what happened, Joe?
And then the diss tracks happened.
I knew it was like a bit of a kind of
a thing
that diss tracks happened around that time of year when people got nominated.
But we did not expect to be making one.
I did not expect to make one. I was like, nah, I'm not gonna make one. Like that's. But then like Archie, Arch Nemesis, he made his diss track and
proper slated you.
Proper slated us.
He called you out.
Called us out. Like he didn't slate us because it was all in good. It was all in good fun. But I was just kind of like, I was watching it on a Sunday night and I was kind of like, I cannot not respond to this.
It had to happen.
Yeah. So Monday, we were filming with a client
all morning.
Well,
we finished early afternoon, didn't we?
Early afternoon, and I went straight to my mate's studio.
You were recording the track.
I was writing the lyrics in the car. Like I was literally still writing the lyrics in the car. Got to a studio
about 4 o'clock-ish.
But yeah, 4 o'clock-ish. Recorded it in an hour because you only had an hour spare. So I did that, shot it out, took the track back
went to our office.
To our office. Filmed the music video.
We were there till like midnight, weren't we?
Recorded midnight. Edited it the next day and then released it the same day, and then like it was just released it out, and it was jokes, man.
It was
like,
so much fun.
It was
honestly.
fun coming up with ideas on the spot. Where it was like, shall we just film there? Yeah, let's film there. Shall we film up there? Yeah, let's do that. Should I get in this costume? Yeah, just do it.
It's like a drowning banana. Oh my god, that killed me.
Seeing Harry like watch our video, like I was like, this is Coaster Bot responding to my video, like crazy stuff. And then like obviously the clamshell results come out, and we won an award for best newcomer,
which is just awesome.
That was mad because we were like working late. The results come out, and it was like we've won one.
Way.
Well, honestly, and because we didn't think
we had a chance because of who we were up against.
We weren't on that level, like we just not like. But you know, despite that, we won an award and
best newcomer in the first proper year of the
fact
channel
that,
is
like,
really cool.
We got best newcomer, and I think best newcomer, I think it was Tom and Stace got it the year before, and they're like such a great channel, and it was like following in their footsteps was like. I don't know, it was just lovely. It was really, really, really nice. And then
awesome.
Straight after I found out that, I went on Coast Gen podcast. And we had that whole...
Literally straight after,
Straight after. And I was like, still getting over it. And I was like, I'm in shock. So then it brings us on to Christmas and New Year's. We had a lovely Christmas.
We did, yeah. A very chilled one, very different Christmas this year. But it was good nonetheless.
Nonetheless, yeah. We had a good Christmas. And then New Year's, the
Ride Rater Award
on New Year's Day, New Year's Eve, sorry, yeah. Which was another amazing thing. We had a great New Year's with our mates.
Yeah, we did a Zoom party, didn't we?
Yeah, the little Zoom party.
Some games and some drinks and stuff. That was cool.
Because also we had to like isolate since Boxing Day because we knew someone who got infected with COVID, so we got that news on like Boxing Day, so we had to like not go out at all, so we made the most of it at the end of the day, didn't we? And it was lovely. I loved it. So the year is 2021 now and what do we look forward to this year, Joe?
Oh, tier 4.
We look forward to that. Cheers to tier 4.
No, I'm really looking forward to this year. We've got a lot of things planned that hopefully are going to happen. I think the first thing I'm looking forward to is Blackpool opening day.
Beyond that, like hopefully at some point we get to go out to Europe. I really want to try and do the Europe trip we planned last year to do this year.
Yeah, definitely.
And there's so much great stuff opening up this year. You know, you got Monster at Gröna Lund in Sweden. Like if we can go and do that, that would be amazing.
Traveller at Plopsaland.
Yeah, Time Traveller at Plopsaland.
That is the one I'm looking forward to the most.
It sounds mad, like even over Still Vengeance, like I've wanted to do Time Traveller at Silver Dollar for so long. We both have, haven't we?
Ever since I saw that in a video, I looked at it, I was like, that looks like the perfect coaster.
And obviously Conda at Walibi Belgium, which is the mega coaster they've got, the Intamin mega coaster. Like I just want to experience it. I just want to know what it's like.
And fly, Phantasialand.
And fly, yeah.
Can't forget that.
Don't even know I'm forgetting that. Like, but that's like a given. I'm like,
yeah, that's definitely.
Now we've gone and done Phantasialand. Like I need to go over and do it. So, but we've got a lot of things to look forward to in the UK as well, haven't we? Really, we've got like Storm Chaser that's opening up at Portons. That looks the whole
cool.
area. Gangster Granny, which was meant to open up last year, 2020. opening up this year, so I'm really looking forward to seeing what they've got in store there.
I think, yeah.
That's going to be really nice. Nemesis is going to be RMC'd, which I'm really looking forward to.
Imagine
that. But Darren Brown may open up again.
Hopefully.
Hopefully. But they
Black Mirror though.
Yeah, Black Mirror's opening up, and also obviously Flamingo Land, they're Intamin. Colossus Point 2. I'm a big fan. We both like Colossus, and we both don't find it rough at all.
Yeah, we really
I know that might be controversial, but we like that coaster. It's a nice coaster, I think.
But with improved trains, it's going to be even better.
Yeah, yeah, I think so. In terms of like, what else we're looking forward to? We're looking forward to our wedding, because it's actually going to go ahead this year.
Which is going to happen in September.
Hopefully. In terms of the channel, like I want to just like carry it on, do more different things that like no one else has done. Push the channel to another level, like more collaborations. I want to do more collaborations. I don't know how that's going to happen with the way we do things, because we're more of a vlogger channel.
But saying that, we've got a few projects in mind that actually lends itself to bringing in other creators, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So we can that was it, 2020 in a nutshell. A rather big nutshell, I feel.
Yeah, like a lot happened. It feels like nothing happened, but a lot happened. Like, I don't know if that's just like a reflection on a normal year where you forget what stuff happened, and thank you for the people who are here from the start. Like, you know who you are, we know who you are. You've been here from the start.
Yeah, those first 50, 100, whatever subscribers and Twitter followers.
And honestly, every single subscriber, every single follower, anything, like any support.
Even if you're just finding us now from this video, thank you.
On dark days that we have, everyone has dark days, everyone has bad days, and just seeing that bit of support, like, it gives us so much, like, I don't know, just
that energy to keep going, doesn't it?
Yeah, and it's just like, it reminds us why we love kind of theme parks and roller coasters, and the people who love them as well. Like, it is a massive connection.
It is a special community.
It is a special community. It really is. I know there's negatives and there's positives, but for me, I've only took positives away from this year.
100%. Yeah.
And thank you so much. So obviously, if you have enjoyed this video, please give it a like. I'm assuming that you subscribed. Please subscribe, because like 45% of our viewers are not subscribed, so please subscribe, please. And we will see you on the next video on ParkSpill. So thank you very much.
Bye.
See you later.
2020.